Welcome to our channel, fellow adventurers and world enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the spooky and fascinating world of Halloween. Like seriously, Halloween is majority's holiday. The costumes, the candy, the decorations, it's all just so extra and so much fun. But there's so much more to Halloween than meets the eye. Get ready for 10 astonishing facts that will blow your mind. We're talking ancient rituals, creepy creatures, and mind-boggling world records, all tied to this spooktacular celebration. Let me share with you guys all the creepy details. So grab your pumpkin spice latte, get comfy, and prepare to be spooked. Okay, so picture this. It's like centuries ago, and we're hanging out with the ancient Celts. They had this festival called Samhain, and let me tell you, these guys took Halloween. They believed that on October 31st, the veil between the living and the dead was like super thin. Imagine ghosts just like casually strolling down the street. They thought spirits could cross over and wreak havoc, so they'd light bonfires, wear costumes, and make sacrifices to appease these spooky visitors. Talk about a wild Halloween party. It's crazy to think that our modern-day Halloween traditions have roots in these ancient rituals, like we're basically celebrating the same thing, just with less, animal sacrifices. I mean, can you imagine sacrificing a goat in your backyard today? Your neighbors would totally freak out. But back then, it was all part of the fun. Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite Halloween activity, trick-or-treating. I mean, who doesn't love free candy, right? But did you know this tradition has some seriously old-school roots? We're talking medieval times, people. Back then, they had this thing called souling, where poor people would go door to door on All Hallows Eve, which is like Halloween's official name. They'd offer prayers for the dead in exchange for food, kind of like a spooky exchange program. It's like, hey, I'll pray for your dead relatives if you give me some bread. Over time, this evolved into kids dressing up in costumes and going door to door asking for treats. It's crazy how traditions change, but honestly, I'm glad we landed on the candy version of this. Like, can you imagine having to pray for someone's great-great-great-grandaunt just for a handful of raisins? No thanks, I'll take the candy bars and run. And let's not forget the fun of dressing up in all those amazing costumes. From spooky ghosts to superheroes, it's all part of the magic of Halloween. Plus, the excitement of comparing candy hauls with friends is just unbeatable. So, next time you go trick-or-treating, remember, you're part of a tradition that goes back centuries. Let's be real, pumpkin carving is like the ultimate Halloween activity. It's messy, it's creative, and it usually involves eating pumpkin seeds, which is always a win. But have you ever wondered why we carve pumpkins in the first place? Well, get ready for a spooky Irish legend. The story goes that there was this dude named Stingy Jack. And let me tell you, the name suits him. So Stingy Jack tricks the devil, not once, but karma's a witch, because when Jack died, he was denied entry to both heaven and hell. The devil, being a petty queen, gave Jack a burning ember to light his way as he wandered the earth for eternity. Jack put the ember inside a carved-out turnip, and bam, the first jack-o'-lantern was born. They switched to pumpkins in America because they're way easier to carve and honestly way more aesthetically pleasing. Black cats. Okay, let's talk about black cats. These furry little creatures have gotten a seriously bad rap over the years, especially around Halloween. For centuries, people have associated black cats with witchcraft, bad luck, and all things spooky. It's like just because they're nocturnal and have glowing eyes, they're automatically evil. Not cool, people. In some cultures, black cats are seen as familiars, like witchy sidekicks. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a talking black cat as my BFF, but that's just me. But seriously, these superstitions are totally unfounded. Black cats are just like any other cat. They love naps, snacks, and judging you with their eyes. So next time you see a black cat, don't cross the street. Give it a pet, or at least a friendly nod. Okay, let's talk about Halloween in the US. Let's be real, nobody does Halloween quite like the United States. We go all out with the costumes, the decorations, and of course, the candy. I'm talking like houses that look like haunted mansions, streets lined with spooky inflatables, and enough candy to give every kid in America a sugar rush that lasts till Christmas. And you know what? We're not afraid to spend money on it either. Halloween is one of the biggest commercial holidays in the US, raking in billions of dollars every year. Think about it, costumes, decorations, candy, parties, it all adds up. But you know what? I'm not even mad about it. Halloween is the one day a year where you can be whoever you want, eat as much candy as you want, and just let your freak flag fly. Let's talk about largest Halloween parade. Okay, so you know how much I love a good parade, and when it comes to Halloween parades, there's one that reigns supreme. The Village Halloween Parade in New York City. This isn't your average neighborhood parade, people. We're talking over 50,000 costume participants, giant puppets, marching bands, and millions of spectators lining the streets. It's like a giant, moving Halloween party, and it looks absolutely insane in the best way possible. People come from all over the world to participate, and the costumes are next level. I'm talking like elaborate and handcrafted masterpieces that probably took months to make. It's basically the Super Bowl of Halloween parades, and I need to go like right now. Let's talk about creepy creatures. So, Halloween wouldn't be complete without its fair share of creepy creatures, right? And I'm not just talking about the guy in the Michael Myers mask chasing teenagers down the street. We're talking about the animals that have become synonymous with Halloween: bats, owls, spiders. Oh my. These creatures have been linked to Halloween for centuries, thanks to their nocturnal habits and their association with witchcraft and the supernatural. Bats, with their spooky wings and ability to fly, have always been seen as mysterious and a little bit creepy. Owls, with their big eyes and silent flight, are often seen as symbols of wisdom and magic. And spiders, well, they're just creepy crawly, especially the big hairy ones. But hey, they're all part of what makes Halloween so spooky and fun. Let's talk about world records. At Halloween parties, you can create records, and there is no exception. People take their Halloween game seriously, and we are here for it. For example, did you know that the world record for the largest pumpkin ever grown is over 2,600 pounds? That's like bigger than a car. Can you imagine the size of the pumpkin pie you could make with that thing? And the record for the longest distance for pumpkin chucking, yeah, that's a thing, is over a mile. People are launching pumpkins through the air like it's nobody's business. It's insane, it's impressive, and it's just another example of how far people will go to celebrate Halloween. But it's not just about pumpkins. People also set records with their costumes. The largest gathering of people dressed as ghosts was over 560 participants. And let's not forget the creativity involved in these events. From decorations to costumes, Halloween is a time for record-breaking fun. So whether you're carving a giant pumpkin or dressing up as a ghost, remember the sky's the limit when it comes to Halloween world records. Okay, let's talk about haunted locations, because nothing screams Halloween like a good ghost story, right? And the US is full of places with spooky histories and creepy legends. Take Salem, Massachusetts, for example. This place is like the witch trial capital of the world. Back in the 1600s, they had this whole mass hysteria thing going on, and people were accusing each other of witchcraft left and right. Today, Salem is a popular tourist destination, especially around Halloween. People flock there to learn about the witch trials, visit haunted houses, and soak up the spooky atmosphere. And it's not just Salem. There are haunted locations all over the country, from abandoned hospitals to creepy cemeteries. So if you're looking for a good scare this Halloween, you know where to go. While Halloween might be huge in the US, it's not the only spooky celebration happening around the world. In Mexico, they celebrate Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, around the same time. But unlike Halloween, which is all about spooky costumes and trick-or-treating, Dia de los Muertos is a time to remember and honor loved ones who have passed away. They build altars, decorate with sugar skulls, and have parades with people dressed as skeletons. It's a beautiful and colorful celebration of life and death, and it shows that Halloween traditions can be both spooky and meaningful. So even though Halloween is celebrated differently around the world, the common thread is that it's a time to face our fears, embrace the unknown, and have a little fun with the spooky side of life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these Halloween facts, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to channel Top 10 around the world for more fascinating facts. Let us know in the comments which of these Halloween history and tradition you like the most. And also check these other videos from top 10 around the world. See you next time and have a hauntingly good Halloween.